is Wong. I'm the president of the Lin Yee Chung Association, which owns and manages the Manoa Chinese Cemetery. We were established in 1851, and last year was our 170th anniversary. Basically, I want to give a background for why we're doing this elderly affordable rental housing project. So very simply, the cemetery has almost reached full capacity, and our income stream is dwindling. We're running big negatives, and it's sucking out our cash reserves. And basically, if we don't do something decisively, we are going to go bankrupt in a short amount of time. So the Lin Yee Chung Association owns approximately 28 acres in the middle of Manoa Valley. 8 of those acres cannot be used for cemetery because Woodlawn stream or Woodlawn ditch is running through the middle of it, and Department of Health regulations prohibit burials within 200 feet of the stream.
Would love to have.
Has left the meeting.
Has left the meeting.
Can I continue?
If you can speak a little bit closer to your mic, or
yeah, sure. Okay. So basically, on East Manoa Road, we have a 14.6 acre parcel, and the lower 8 acres of this 14.6 acre parcel cannot be used for cemetery or for burials because of the Department of Health regulations. So we were searching for an alternative. We were searching for the light at the end of the tunnel to basically save us from bankruptcy.
Matt Kadoyama
has left the meeting.
So basically, that's why we're looking into this elderly affordable rental housing project, because what we found is that there's a state law called HRS 201H-38 that gives exemption for preservation 2-zone land to be used as apartment 2 zoned with a conditional use permit, provided that it's used for elderly affordable rental housing. And then basically the affordable rental housing will be developed using tax credits and gap financing from the Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation. So that's in a nutshell, to try to save the cemetery, to protect and preserve this Manoa Valley institution. The Manoa Chinese Cemetery has been part of the historical and cultural fabric of Manoa Valley for 170 years. And it would be a shame for the Manoa community and the Chinese community if the Lin Yee Chung Association went bankrupt and the Manoa Chinese Cemetery became dilapidated. So that's the background. And basically, the elderly affordable rental housing project is a vital resource for the community. It is critically needed. Affordable housing is already at crisis level in Honolulu. The most critical component of affordable housing is elderly affordable housing. So just to be clear on what affordable housing is, it's for elderly people. It's age restricted to 55 years and older, and income restricted. So the income restriction, basically, it's for people who fall in the income gap, where they have pension and Social Security. They're on a fixed income, but they don't have enough money to afford market rate housing. Yet at the same time, they have too much money that they don't qualify for government assisted housing. So this elderly affordable rental housing is not government assisted housing. It's not like Section 8. It's not public housing. It is a public-private partnership, what they call a 3P. And basically, we put up the land. The Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation puts up the money, and it's a public-private partnership. So basically, 80% of the project is dedicated to people who fall in the 60% area median income for Honolulu, which is $50,800 per year. So they're not really poor people. They're people in the moderate income category. And basically, if we can develop this elderly affordable rental housing, it will create a income stream for maintaining the Manoa Chinese Cemetery in perpetuity. So it's a win-win for the community. It's a win for Manoa Chinese Cemetery. I think it's a win for the entire Honolulu, which is critically short of elderly affordable rental housing. So I would like to turn it over to G70. We have with us Steve Ewan of G70, and then he will basically present the conceptual renderings. So we are at the conceptual rendering stage. We do not have building permits or buildable plans or anything like that. We're just at the concept stage, and we're in the community consultation phase, and we would really appreciate the community's comments so that we can refine our vision to serve the community needs. So without further ado, I want to turn it over to G70 and Steve Ewan.